Always remember to pad the litter for patient comfort, especially during long extrications. Find the center of a 20-foot piece of webbing and girth hitch it around the harness. And actually, for the lower one, you can actually tie one side a little bit longer because side A will take up more webbing than side B will. Remember not to girth hitch the belay loop for both the upper and the lower system, otherwise you can build in slack to the system up to like 8 inches or so. See how the harness is not really tight on that. So on this one, I will do it around the waist belt. Do a girth hitch there. Attach each side with the simple half hitch, since this is not the final tie off. Next, take side A, which is the longer side, if they're not even, and do a loop around the feet. I've got my patient pretty much at the end of the litter. We should have tied him up a little higher, centered him in the litter. Notice that this is much more secure than just doing a stirrup that wraps below the feet. It's easier to come out of that. So do a loop around. If you do it about at the instep, that's a good spot. And then come up, and for your final tie off, do a round hitch and an overhand, as always. It's tough to get that completely tight, but that's okay, because we're going to fix that in our next step. And make sure, don't just do a half hitch here, because half hitches work themselves loose much more easily. I mean, yeah, half hitches than overhand hooks. Okay, there's side A. Notice that there's still some slack in here. It's hard to get this really tight, and that's where side B comes in. And come down through the feet, around the instep, and that lets you cinch up on it, pull up on it, and really take out that slack that's going to prevent him from sliding down an inch or so, or 2 or 3, if you raise the top of the litter. This round hitch takes up some of the friction. So easier to tie off your overhand. We'll now go through these steps several more times at varying speeds for a review, but to really learn this, you need to practice it yourself. So if you're not lucky enough to have your own litter and someone willing to let you tie them down, you can at least practice drawing it on the images you'll find below this video, or follow the links you'll find there.